What's going on, YouTubers? I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, or actually a post-Christmas. This is actually December 26th, and I hope everyone had an enjoyable Christmas. So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, or whatever it is you celebrate. We just want to make sure you have the safest and most pleasant one possible. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today. Again, this is December 26th. I thought I would bring you a fish cleaning, kind of a semi-catch and cook video here. My brother-in-law and I went out and we got some saltwater perch. This is the season for saltwater perch here in northern Cal. We got an assortment of rubber lip, white perch, and walleye. And so stay tuned. I'm going to bring that to you in just a second. See you in a minute. All right, y'all, so I'm here in my backyard at home. I'm trying to get these fish cleaned before the next rain comes in. As you can see, those clouds are ominous. So we're gonna get it done, y'all. Okay, as you see, we got probably about 8. I caught about 8 yesterday. We were out there for about 3 hours, a couple hours. But anyway, as you can see, we've got the walleye perch here. That's number 1. You got the big eye on those guys. Here next to it, you have a white perch. We call these split tail. You can notice that tail is a little bit longer and it's split. We call that a split tail perch. And then again, you've got your walleye here, your walleye. And lo and behold, over here, we've got what you call a rubber lip perch. You can take a look at that lip. It resembles, it's kind of a thick, rubbery type of lip. That's called rubber lip. We're gonna go ahead and get these guys cleaned up. First, you guys wanna make sure you have the proper gear on. You wanna make sure you have that fish cleaning glove. These gloves are actually, they're material, they're fabric, but they have like little bits of metal inside of them. So if you happen to inadvertently cut yourself as you're cleaning, it will not go through this glove. It's got metal protecting it all the way up to the wrist here. All right, so you want to make sure you have a fish cleaning glove when you're cleaning fish in general. First thing I like to do, I like to skin these things. So what I will do is I will actually cut right alongside this dorsal fin here on this walleye perch. I'll go right down here. I'll go sideways. Cut it just like that there. Then I'm going to go all the way down that rib cage here. Okay. Right on down the rib cage until I get right about to this point. Then I'm going to push that all the way through and come all the way across. Okay, all the way across there. Then I'm going to turn that knife over and come back the other way, right to where I made that incision, and then that meat should flip and come right on off that way. See there? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and make an incision here, and I'm going to go right alongside that skin line. I'm going to hold on to that piece of skin right here. I'm going to come all the way back up under that piece of skin here. And this is the part where you got to be really careful, because perch, saltwater perch, their skin is really, really thin. A little bit thinner, a little more delicate than freshwater perch. So you got to be really careful. And then just get that meat fillet on off of that piece of skin. There you have your fillet. All right. Go ahead and put this piece of skin right on in there. Do the same thing with this one here. And just start right up under that dorsal. Go right on across diagonally. See there? Turn them over, and I'm going to come right back along that rib cage You can feel those ribs in there. You just want to get right up under those ribs here. You don't want to include the ribs. That's the part that you're filleting. You're trying to get rid of those bones. So you want to kind of miss those. And come right to that tail, turn that knife over, and I come right back around this way, right to where I made that initial incision. And I take that on off of there. And again, you know, you want to be really careful. These fish, although you might think they're salt water, they're wilder than freshwater fish, their skin is very delicate. It's not like red ear or crappie in the freshwater where you can just get in there and it's very delicate. I think it has something to do with the acidity of that salt water, which makes their skin a little bit more delicate. But you just come right on up underneath that skin here with that knife. Again, you want to make sure you have a really super sharp fillet knife, and then just pull that fillet on off of there. So I'm not going to bore you guys with the rest of the fish cleaning. So I'm going to go ahead and get these other fish cleaned up real quick, and I'll be right back with you. And thanks to the magic of video and film, here are the fish fillets, a few of them. Just wanted to give you an idea of what they look like. These things are all nice and filleted up, and these are ready to go on the skillet in the grease. And so I'm gonna actually show you how I do that as well. Okay, so we'll be right back with you, and we'll go ahead and get these things put on the grease. All right, you guys, one thing you gotta have is fresh lemon. My wife likes fresh lemon off our lemon tree here, so you know, we've got a dwarf lemon tree, so we're gonna get a lemon off of that. There it is. All right, you guys, here are my ingredients. As you can see, I do use the Louisiana fish fry, but you're probably wondering, well, what is the yellow cornmeal doing there if you use the Louisiana fish fry? I actually mix it. I do a half and half ratio of the cornmeal and the fish fry. I just like the crunchiness of the cornmeal. I like the texture that it gives the fish, that kind of a semi-hard coating, and then you have that soft tender meat up underneath that semi-hard coating. So I do mix it with the yellow cornmeal. I also add a little bit of seasoning. If you see there's Boar's Night Out. It is white lightning seasoning. So I mean, you can put that on beef, pork, chicken, veggies, or fish, but it works really well on fish here. Also use a little bit of the pepper. Okay, I'll put that also in the mixture. So I'm just giving you a little close-up here of Boar's Night Out. That's it right there. That is a secret ingredient that I use, and it gives that fish, I mean, a great taste, y'all. Boar's Night Out. And you see I got my eggs here. You see I got my fresh lemon off the tree. So we're going to go ahead and get all of this stuff mixed together here and get these fish on the in the oil. Bit of that fish fry in there. Some cornmeal. Go ahead and put a little bit of that Boar's Night Out seasoning. A little bit of pepper. And just give that seasoning a whisk. good to go. So I also like to make a egg wash here, you guys. So I usually crack a couple eggs here. And what I do with this is I actually coat the fillets in the egg wash before I put them in the dry powder. Okay, just give that a little whisk. What this does is it gives the fish a really crisp coating when you fry it. Crisp on the outside and nice and flaky and tender on the inside. Little secret of mine. Come on out here and get the fish fryer going here. Turn that up to, I don't know what, about 350. Turn that up to about 350 and just let that oil heat up there. Shouldn't take but about maybe 10 minutes and that oil ought to be ready to go. All right, you guys, and the wife likes French fries made from russet potatoes, like the homemade style. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some French fries here going. Alright, got us a nice batch of French fries here. Homemade restaurant style. Alright, you guys, rule of thumb, always pat your fish dry. Pat your fish dry. Don't put your fish fillets in there wet. All that's going to happen is that that batter, when you put that fish in that grease, that batter is going to come right on off. Okay? Make sure you pat your fish dry. Get some paper towels. Get it as dry as you can. Soak up all that water on there. Then go ahead and dip. Okay? Wash that fillet in that egg wash, and then throw it on in there in the that dry batter. Okay? That fillet out of there, dry it off. Pat that fillet dry. Get all that water and moisture off of there before you put that in that egg wash and into that batter. Okay? Right on in the wash, right on in that batter. So you want to go ahead and do that for all your fillets. Go ahead and pat them dry. Get that paper towel. Pat them dry into that egg wash and into that batter. All right, y'all. We'll see you in a minute. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these battered up. All right, you guys. Into the oil we go. This is ready. Look at that. This is ready to go in the oil. And you don't want to fry them that long. Right when these fillets start floating, when they start floating in that oil, I don't care whether you're doing them in a deep fryer, like what I have here. I got this Pro Fry, or if you're just doing it in a skillet, in a cast iron skillet. Once that fillet starts kind of floating, it's done. Just pull it on out. Okay. Go ahead and just drop those on in. I'd say probably about, I don't know, maybe about 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes maybe. Pull those things out. And again, just gauge it. When you see them floating, they're ready to come on out. Saltwater perch doesn't take long to fry up. They're relatively thin. They're light. They're juicy. And so, you know, it doesn't take long to fry these things up. All right. We'll see in a little bit. All right. As you can see, These guys are floating to the top here, so they're just about ready to come on off. My wife kind of likes them cooked a little bit hard. She doesn't like them too soft, so I'm going to cook them just a little, slightly hard, but they're still going to be nice and juicy inside. Okay, she's not home right now, but I want to make sure I have this fish dinner ready when she gets home, because she was looking forward to having some saltwater perch for dinner tonight. All right, we're going to let these cook down just another 30 seconds, and I'll see you in the kitchen. You hear that sizzling? All right, y'all, nice and golden brown. Nice and golden brown. We're going to get everything else ready here. I'm going to get it all put together for presentation, and we'll be back in just a second. But these fish are off the oil and ready to present and plate. All right, the French fries are up. Get my fresh lemon cut here. I just picked off the tree here a little earlier. And I like to garnish it with a little bit of green. I mean, any type of green garnish. Cilantro works, parsley works, anything that looks pretty. All right, you guys, my wife just gave me a call. She said she's on her way. And there is your presentation. That is saltwater perch, French fries, and we're going to have some salad to go with this, like a garden salad to go with it, and probably have a glass of wine as well. And that's not shown here, but you can use your imagination. There is the presentation. I hope she enjoys it. I know I did, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yours truly, Set the Hook. Merry Christmas. I'm out.